live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
A peaceful gathering after a violent 2 weeks in Rockford that saw 4 people shot and killed. The prayers and what other things were offered to help bring an end to the violence. And blessings of another kind, this one for those hitting the road as the weather warms up. Plus, a lot of celebrations happening today, including one honoring Mexican heritage. The way Cinco de Rockford is helping small business owners. Good evening, I'm Marissa Lesner. Thanks for joining us tonight. A call for prayer today after 4 murders in Rockford in just 10 days. Many saying the senseless gun violence has to stop. After the prayer vigil, many stood at the corner of South Main and Morgan Streets to bring awareness to the problem. The Salvation Army handed out free Bibles to anyone who wanted them. This was hosted by the group Ending Violent Crime in Rockford and the Rockford Public Library. Organizers say prayer vigils like this really can make a difference.
Well, we are here because there is so much gun violence in the street. There is people killing, and it starts to come up with the neighborhood and pray, and that's the only way we can do something and then be the light in the street, be the light in the community.
The group will be holding another prayer vigil next month. A World War II era plane had to make an emergency landing in DeKalb County after its engine caught on fire. Police were called to reports of a plane flying low near the 5,000 block of Route 64 in Clare. When they arrived, they found the plane had made an emergency landing in a nearby field. The pilot reported that he was flying from Peru, Illinois to an air show in Poplar Grove. The plane was not damaged and all of the occupants were okay. The manhunt in Alabama for accused murderer Casey White and corrections officer Vicky White continues. Investigators getting a break in the case when the car the two were believed to be using was found in Tennessee. But now authorities say they're back to square one with no new leads. Here's ABC's Elwin Lopez with the details.
Investigators say they are back to square one in the search for accused murderer Casey White and former corrections officer Vicky White after the car the pair was believed to be driving was discovered in Tennessee.
It's a botched up job, but they did attempt to try to paint it a little bit.
Authorities in Tennessee finding the car just hours after the two disappeared, but no one realized it was linked to the case until days later.
Did they steal another car? They hitch a ride with somebody or something? We don't know.
In the weeks leading up to their disappearance, Vicky White sold her home and told coworkers she was retiring. On April 29th, she picked Casey up for a supposed court appointment. Surveillance shows him cuffed as she opens the door for him, and he gets in the backseat of her cruiser. That cruiser spotted several minutes later on this gas station surveillance video. But that's the last time the two were seen. Officials believe the Whites, who are not related, are on the run with plenty of cash after Vicky withdrew about $90,000 from her bank accounts. U.S. Marshals releasing bulletins with pictures of the 6'9" inmate showing his distinctive tattoos, including what looks like a Confederate flag, as well as simulations of what Vicky might look like if she dyed her hair. The sheriff believes they were likely in a relationship, but has a warning for Vicky, saying she may be in real danger.
And we're going to find you. Hopefully we find you safe. If you're safe right now, still safe, get out while you can and turn yourself in to local authorities wherever you're at.
Elwin Lopez, ABC News, Florence, Alabama.
As the temperatures get warmer, that means more people will be out riding their motorcycles. Today, motorcycle enthusiasts had their bikes blessed ahead of summer. The event took place in Loves Park and started with a parade of motorcycles going down Perryville Road. They ended the parade at Kegel Harley-Davidson in Rockford. That's where a priest then blessed all of their bikes. After the blessing, they had a huge cookout with hot dogs right off the grill. This event is big for cyclists from all over the state line who are looking to stay safe while riding.
For a lot of people, they want all the good juju they can get on their bikes. A lot of people carry little tokens and memorabilia and stuff on their bikes just for good luck, and you need all the help you can get out there.
May is Motorcycle Awareness Month, and parades will be going on all over the state this month. As us moms enjoy our special Mother's Day weekend, some got in a workout with their kids. Burn Boot Camp of Rockford hosted a Mommy and Me workout this morning. About 30 moms and kids worked up a sweat doing running drills, push-ups, burpees, and even a game of tug-of-war, kids versus moms. The gym's owner says she loves teaching these healthy habits to people of all ages.
My favorite part is seeing the transformations and seeing people come in and change their lives, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, and just seeing people walk through the door and being scared to the transformation that they make.
Burn Boot Camp has all trainer-led classes. For more information on what they offer, just go to mystateline.com. Meanwhile, trainers and their horses just finished the fastest 2 minutes in sports. And the biggest upset in the history of the Derby, the 80-1 odds Rich Strike just won the Kentucky Derby a few minutes ago, as many in Rockford watched on at Don Carter Lanes. This Derby party has been going on for more than a decade, but this is the first one with Club Hawthorne doing live off-track betting. Organizers say they expect about 3,000 people today. Those numbers are much higher than the last few years during COVID.
The groups are bigger compared to, the previous couple of years. There were only 2 or 3 people together in a group. Now you got groups of 12 and 15 for reservations. So it's nice to see we're back to normal and, come out and celebrate.
And just because the Derby is over doesn't mean the party is. It goes until 9 o'clock tonight. And tomorrow, all moms bowl for free at Don Carter Lanes in honor of Mother's Day. And right next to Don Carter Lanes today is another party, Cinco de Rockford, celebrating Cinco de Mayo just a couple days late. You could fill up on all of your favorite Mexican foods from a number of food trucks. There's also a jalapeno eating contest to see who can handle the most heat. All of the money raised at the event goes toward the Miracle Mile and Masa, a nonprofit helping minority businesses.
When it comes to Latino businesses that have that English barrier or that educational barrier, maybe they didn't go to high school, they didn't go to college, they don't know where to start. And sometimes just a small event, a small 10x10 canopy is a great way to tear off that Band-Aid and get started.
About 1,500 people were expected at today's Cinco de Mayo party. A couple in Northern California came home from a trip to find a flock of unwanted guests in their home. Black swallows turned their entire house into an aviary. Neighbors did call the couple to warn them about this bird invasion, but the couple only thought about 30 birds were inside. Instead, wildlife officials say there were actually hundreds nesting for more than 14 hours. They believe it's possible the birds may have gotten in through the chimney. Those birds caused roughly $20,000 in damage. The couple says their State Farm insurance won't cover it. Apparently, there's an exclusion clause in their policy regarding birds. They have now hired a lawyer. In Cuba, the death toll is now 26 in that hotel explosion in Havana yesterday. Among the dead are 4 children and a pregnant woman. Rescuers continue to search through the rubble for survivors. The luxury hotel, which was built in the 1880s, was being renovated. A natural gas leak is believed to have caused that blast. Initially, officials said no tourists were staying in the hotel, but the president of Spain says a Spanish citizen was killed and another seriously injured. That hotel was set to reopen on Tuesday. As the U.S. nears 1 million lives lost to COVID-19, data shows which groups have been hardest hit. More than 700,000 people over the age of 65 died from the virus, with men dying at a higher rate than women. New daily cases are on the rise again, and at least 37 states are seeing hospitalizations increase. Health officials warn COVID surges could be part of the new normal. Here's ABC's Faith Abube with the details.
The Biden administration believes as many as 100 million Americans could become infected with COVID-19 in a fall and winter surge. That prediction from a senior administration official calling this one of many possible scenarios based on modeling, which doesn't even account for a potential new major variant. The White House is pushing Congress to pass more than $22 billion in COVID relief funding.
The consequences here are quite catastrophic if we do not get funding. I mean, my goodness, we're not going to have vaccines for the American people. We're going to run out of treatments for the American people. We're not going to have diagnostic testing.
At least 37 states are already seeing an increase in hospitalizations. In New York City, the transmission rate is up nearly 33% in 10 days. The city's mayor considering a return to vaccine and mask mandates.
If we switch to the next level, then we would take those actions based on that, but we're not there yet.
Public health officials say surges of COVID-19 may just be part of the new normal.
If you've been vaccinated and boosted, you have a very high degree of protection against severe illness.
Meanwhile, health officials in China have said the number of daily new COVID cases there is declining. But advanced placement exams for thousands of high school students have been canceled amid COVID restrictions. These exams help many students gain admission to colleges in the U.S. and Europe. Faith Abube, ABC News, Washington.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Joey Marino.
And we had a perfect start to Mother's Day weekend this afternoon. We saw high temperatures for a few spots get into the low 70s, including Janesville, even down towards Savannah. Rockford, 68 degrees, 65 for a high in DeKalb. But as you can see here, still rolling into the evening hours with plenty of sunshine from downtown Rockford to Rochelle and even up in Beloit as well. So really no concerns if you have any plans this evening or going into the night tonight. Now we have dropped in temperatures by a couple of degrees. You can see 65 up in Monroe, 64 in Rochelle, 67 in Galena, and 62 right now in DeKalb. But with high pressure to our north, nothing really showing up on satellite and radar, not even a cloud in the sky as we get into our Saturday evening. You can see skies are pretty dry across the Great Lakes and across much of the Midwest. There is a system out to the west and northwest bringing some thunderstorms to portions of the Dakotas and Nebraska, but that will stay away from us as we go into tonight and also into our Mother's Day. So for tonight, we can expect skies to stay mostly clear, temperatures dropping down into the low 40s. There may be a few more clouds filling our skies as we head into sunrise tomorrow morning. But for all the mothers out there, it is going to be a dry day overall for Mother's Day. Also, we have a bit of a wind as well, so keep that in mind if you have any plans to be outdoors to celebrate Mother's Day. Top wind gusts can be between about 30 to 35 miles per hour in the afternoon, but temperatures still are going to be able to get into the mid to upper 60s because of that wind and also because of any sunshine that we do see peeking through the cloud cover. Now that system that I showed you is going to be responsible for maybe a small chance for a thunderstorm or two as we go into the start of next week. You can see the Storm Prediction Center placing this marginal risk, which is a level 1 of 5 in the categories for severe weather across portions of western Wisconsin, even down into central Iowa and southeastern Minnesota. And that's just going to be mainly for any elevated thunderstorms that have the capability of producing small to moderately large hailstones. So let's take a look at Futurecast. As you can see, we do stay quiet tonight with clouds increasing as the sun rises tomorrow morning. Maybe a spotty shower out towards the west, but I do think we're going to stay dry through much of Mother's Day, and we'll keep the cloud cover as we head into Sunday night and Monday morning. As I mentioned, that round of thunderstorms making their way in to areas to our west, and that could bring maybe the possibility of an isolated late-day thunderstorm or two on Monday. But the big headline next week is going to be the summer-like warmth that we are going to see starting on Monday. We top out at 80 degrees, and then we get into the mid to upper 80s for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Not record heat, as back in 2011 we had highs in the low 90s, but still we're going to see a couple of days next week where it's going to be more of that summer-like air you can wear type weather, and then we'll see a bit of a cool down as we head into the start of next weekend. Much of the week does stay dry, just looking at a chance for maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two Wednesday and Thursday. Back to you.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
There have been bigger playoff wins in Ice Hogs history than the one last night at the BMO, but few as dramatic. If you were there, good for you. If not, well, you missed a good one. Tension built through 3 periods while the 2 goaltenders played shutout hockey. Then 56 seconds into overtime, the ice was broken. Hogs forward Dylan McLaughlin firing the puck in from the top of the left circle, lifting the Ice Hogs to an emotional 1-0 win. And with that, the Ice Hogs swept the brief best-of-3 series to advance to the next round.
It just feels amazing. I think we deserved it, and it was a great play by Mitchie and Philly up top there, and then wouldn't have won in without Cam and Carson in front there. So, I mean, just credit to those guys.
Now, McLaughlin wasn't the only star of that Ice Hogs win. The biggest star was goaltender Arvid Soderblom. He shut out the Texans through 60 minutes and 56 seconds of hockey. And through 2 playoff games now, he's allowed only 1 goal and recorded 69 saves.
I just try to be present, like be in the moment, try to take it minute by minute, shot by shot, just focus on the things I can control. So I feel like I did that pretty good.
So next, the Ice Hogs will face the Chicago Wolves in a best-of-5 series. The first 2 games will be played in Rosemont Thursday and Saturday at 7 p.m. Game 3 will be at the BMO next Sunday at 4 p.m. And they finally had a decent day for baseball at Wrigley Field. The weather was far better than the Cubs' performance against the Dodgers this afternoon. Austin Barnes takes Drew Smiley deep for a solo home run in the 3rd inning, putting the Dodgers up 2-0. Clayton Kershaw was vintage Clayton Kershaw. He'll strike out Wilson Contreras. Kershaw pitched 7 shutout innings. 5th inning now, Justin Turner rips one for the Dodgers. That'll go to the wall. It scored 2 Dodgers, increasing their lead to 4-0. Freddie Freeman added 3 hits for the Dodgers, and they defeated the Cubs 7-0. Now, the second game between them going to be starting in just a few minutes. Daniel Norris will be the Cubs' starting pitcher. The White Sox were looking for a 2nd straight win in Boston. Dylan Cease had another terrific outing. He struck out 8 batters in 6 innings. In the 5th inning, though, he couldn't get out Rafael Devers. Here's Devers looping one off the green monster and left, and that'll bring home Frankie Cordero. But the White Sox have just come back with a run in the top of the 9th, and the game is tied now 1-1. In the NBA playoffs, the Bucks held off the Celtics 103-101. Giannis scored 42 points. He also had 12 rebounds and 8 assists. The Bucks now lead that series 2-1.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
It's the best day of the year in horse racing, Kentucky Derby Day. 20 colts broke from the gate at Churchill Downs, and what a finish. Epicenter and Zandon were dueling for the win down the stretch, but then bursting up on the inside was Rich Strike, an 80-1 long shot, and what a kick by Rich Strike. The colt won the race, pulling off one of the biggest upsets in Kentucky Derby history. Rich Strike wasn't even entered in the race until yesterday.